Alright, welcome everyone to a new day of using TJR strategy to either make some bank or blow it. We got funded a few days, 2 days ago, and now we have a 50k challenge, and that's why I'm going to risk a lot less when it's a live account. We have marked our highs and lows, and we're waiting for the price to do something. And when it comes to news, there's nothing major. There's a lot of activity going on, but nothing really red or orange folder that might wipe us out. Yesterday, I didn't trade because I had to attend a work gathering, but I would have lost yesterday. Let's see, before this does anything, let's have a look. I looked at the charts, and I would have actually entered at this sweep right here. When it swept high of London and it broke structure down here, I would have actually entered right here with stop loss right here and take profit potentially all the way down to here. But as you see, I would have been stopped out. So lucky for me, I didn't trade yesterday. When it comes to today, I am waiting for price to do something, basically react up of, what is that? The fuck? Yeah, so we're waiting for the price to do something. And this is something as well. So we're waiting for the price to either make a kind of a trend going up or down, and then we're gonna enter. I saw poor TJR yesterday, traded the similar setup as I showed you guys here on NASDAQ. He also got roasted by this move. It was very clear move, I must say. It would not have been a trade where I would have second guessed, like if it was gonna get stopped out or not. I would have been very sure that this is just gonna keep melting down. It didn't, and it would have been a good loss, and it would have been good to stop trading right here for me. Let's wait for today's price action to kind of do something, either start going up or down, and then we'll take it from there. So NASDAQ is making highs in the uptrend that has been, while ES is making lows. So we're gonna wait and see what the market wants to do, and we'll react based upon that. If this one kind of bounces up now and breaks above here, I might go for longs, but I think today we have to be a bit more patient and see what the market wants to give us. All right, let's take a little break. All right, so we have the price kind of being stuck in this range for now, and it has done a good 0.5 retracement, and that makes me think that this is actually a good spot to enter. Let's see, this is around, yeah, I'm going to risk around $100 on this move. Yeah. Let's see how's NASDAQ moving. Yeah. Let's get in here. My stop loss would be around here. And I'm thinking I will have maybe once take profit here, and maybe another take profit. Let's see, by the way, this move right here, yeah, we're gonna do that. All right, so I'm gonna cancel this one, and then we're gonna set up our own stop loss and take profit. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to just exit manually one position here if it does start going down. But for now, actually looks like we might get stopped out. Yeah. It seems like we're getting actually stopped out, which is absolutely fine. Yeah, this seems actually quite of a bullish move. Let's see how is Nasdaq moving. Okay, if this one breaks above here, then we might be entering. Let's see. Yeah, we need a second break of structure from here, as if kind of done, as since this has done like kind of 2 dips down. Yeah, we rushed this one a little bit. It is what it is. Let me see, what was the loss here? It was around $80. That's absolutely no problem at all. So let's just give this some time. And see what Nasdaq wants to do. Yeah. He has done one break of structure, and this will be the second break of structure. All right. I will be willing to risk 2 positions here if the price closes above. I'm gonna do one spot for now. There we go. What happened here? Yeah, the sell would be all the way down here. Now we're gonna be a bit careful. Now, in this move, a good place to enter would be maybe at a 0.5 retracement and a 0.6 retracement. So I'm going to have an order at a buy limit at 0.5 retracement, which would be at 34.75. Yeah, right here. And that would be around a $50. There we go. All right, we are in. And I'm thinking maybe I am not going to risk more for today. I will just let this trade kind of run. Yeah, both Nasdaq and ES have broken above. It's a very strong move up. I'm going to let this be, and for now I'm not going to add to this position. And we're gonna wait and see what the market wants to do. when it comes to our limits, I do believe we gotta be, alright, let's see, let's confirm this first one. For now, I'll keep these here, and we'll have a look at how the market looks like. Yeah. Okay. If I actually get stopped out in both directions, that would be fucking crazy. Because they were both kind of good trades. But, yeah, and this has made new high. Yes, has made new high. They both kind of agree in their direction. The reason I don't look at my micro is because it kind of causes too much stress, basically, looking at the negative number. So yeah, we might actually get stopped out on this one. It's going lower. Yep. And that will be it for me for today. I'm not going to trade anymore after this. Okay. Alright, that's a wrap. I'm gonna wait for TJR to also post and we'll see how he does. I must say, this was very sus. I don't know what happened in the market today, but this is sus. The price opened at the same spot, went all the way to this high, all the way down to this low, and kind of closed at the same spot. This is some weird price action. And right now, it's still giving off vibes. On the 5 minutes, it looks like still a downtrend. But it is hard to say on the 1 minute where it wants to go. I just got actually tapped out by one wick. That is crazy. Yeah, but it was a big enough wick that, yeah, us being stopped out is not a problem. It is what it is. Some days you're not gonna win. You just gotta stop trading. That is the most important lesson I've learned and earned over time. Just stop trading. When you lose, just stop trading. Doesn't matter what the market does. Alright. I'm so curious to see how TJR did. So in retrospect, looking at this right now, we could have technically put a long at this break of structure with stop loss all the way down here. If we had a stop loss here, it would have been stopped out as well. Or we could have had a stop loss all the way down here and quite a large take profit. So technically to the high of New York here. And even with that, it wouldn't be a great risk reward ratio. It would be 1 to 1.8. And as we hit the high of London right here, it would be best to remove one position. But if we actually enter with one position here, this risk to reward would not look so great. Potential way, but it would be a potential setup, but it wouldn't be the greatest setup. But we have to go back to the basics. Wait for a sweep of liquidity with a wick and a break. If we have a wick and another candle through a sweep of liquidity, a break of structure to the other side needs to be followed by another break of structure. That's what I've learned over time. So today we could have avoided loss if we were more patient. It is probably being live that got to our heads. But it is what it is. We just gotta take the L for the day and move on to tomorrow. I'm gonna wait for TJR and see what he does today. I have waited now forever on TJR and he is not posting today. His TikTok is also quite silent. Looking back at today's trade, I think I should have actually waited. Because we had a sweep of a London low, beautiful reaction, then a sweep of London high, beautiful reaction. So today we should have been more patient in retrospect. I also had someone comment on TikTok, which was absolutely right. The fact that this 230 candle was based on news. It was the Philly Fed Manufacturing Index that caused this. And what he said was absolutely right. We had a reaction off of news low to news high and kind of melt down from the same levels. So we should have been more patient today. We will practice that tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow.